News to share with you now. Canada's ambassador to China is walking back his comments about Huawei CFO Meng Wanzhou's extradition case, comments that prompted calls for his removal. The CBC's Katie Simpson is here with the latest. Okay, take us through what John McCallum is now saying.
Global Affairs has issued a statement on John McCallum's behalf, and as you say, he's walking back those comments that he made earlier this week. You'll remember earlier this week, he sat down with members mostly of Chinese language media or media outlets that have a primarily Chinese audience, and for 40 minutes, he went on at length advocating on behalf of Ms. Meng Wanzhou, who is the CFO of Huawei, who was arrested by Canada and is being on at the request of the United States. Anyway, all of this blows up. There's a whole bunch of blowback. Andrew Scheer's calling for his resignation. Former ambassadors are questioning, what on earth are you talking about? And now, about 24 hours after all of this confusion emerges, we get this statement. We're going to pull it up on the screen right now. John McCallum says, "I regret that my comments with respect to the legal proceedings of Ms. Meng have created confusion. I misspoke. These comments do not accurately represent my position on this issue. As Canada's ambassador to China, I play no role in assessing any arguments or making any determinations in the extradition process." And you'll remember that's exactly what he did over the course of 40 minutes in Markham, Ontario on Tuesday, with the English language media getting wind of it by Wednesday morning, and then sort of the consequences sort of exploded there. The big questions now are, okay, what prompted them to feel the need to do this? Have there been complaints possibly from the Americans about whether they feel that Mr. McCallum, Ambassador McCallum, has compromised their case? Those are sort of the big questions going forward.
And how will the walk back be perceived in China, too?
Exactly.
The Prime Minister has faced questions. He's had a couple of media availabilities over the last 24 hours around Ambassador McCallum's comments, asked if he rejects them. What has he been saying?
He's been very careful to walk the government lines, which is that Canada is a rule of law country and that Canada does not interfere in the legal system. And he was asked today whether he would punish John McCallum in some sort of way, and have a listen to what he said.
We will always stay grounded in defense of the rule of law and the integrity of our justice system, which of course includes the capacity for people to defend themselves enthusiastically, which will be fully afforded to Ms. Meng in her rights within the Canadian justice system. Our focus is entirely on getting those Canadians home safe and making sure that all their rights are respected. And I don't see making a change would not help release those Canadians a day sooner.
So that's not exactly a ringing endorsement of your ambassador, saying that, well, if we did swap him out, if we did fire him, it's not going to help those Canadians that are being detained right now. So that is sort of, will this statement be enough to sort of quell the concerns? Because clearly there is some sort of concern that the Prime Minister's office is trying to deal with, whether it's pressure from the Americans, whether it's backlash at home. They felt the need to do this. So whether this is going to satisfy all of those concerns, I don't know yet.
And we'll be checking for that reaction, of course, because this is breaking news throughout the show and bringing it to you guys throughout the next hour and a half. Thanks, Katie.
Thanks.
CBC's Katie Simpson.